All right. 6 days later, you spoke to Agent Wood again, correct? I believe so. Your Honor, at this time, I'd move to publish Exhibit 97 and 97A. Any objection? Same objection. All right. Objection overruled. Go ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, the instructions that I gave you previously pertain to this as well. So listen very closely to the tape itself. You can use the transcript as an aid, but the evidence is the tape itself. You can believe or disbelieve anything as to its accuracy on the transcript itself. All right, Gregory. That was in February of 2013, correct? Yeah. And you didn't plead guilty until July or June of 2014, correct? Yes. What happened in those intervening 14 months? What happened for the next year? Well, y'all still, y'all were trying to talk to us, but we didn't want to take the offer y'all were trying to give us. Y'all were telling me life with cooperation. And plus, I ain't trust y'all as of giving y'all the murders, and I don't know if they're going to charge me. So we just prolonged because I feel as though I ain't do that murder, so. And then y'all wanted me to give up T-Red and stuff, so I really didn't want to give him up. So I was just prolonging the trial to see if I could get a better deal. At some point, do you remember writing a letter to someone named Fat? Fat? Yeah. What? F-A-T-T? Yes. Oh, no. That's what I be calling the girl. Okay. And do you know who that is? Yeah, my baby mama. And would you recognize that letter if I showed it to you? Yes. This is Exhibit 279, page 10. Your Honor, I would move to admit and publish Exhibit 279, page 10. Any objection? No objection. By any other defense counsel? Hearing no objection, Government 279, page 10 will be admitted. You just want page 10 admitted only? For now, yes, Your Honor. Okay. And can you blow up the top paragraph, please? And just to be clear, Fat is... Yes. Can you read this letter, please? Yeah. Happy Merry Christmas. You need to get on your lawyer's ass, because I asked my lawyer what's up. He told me your lawyer's supposed to get you that bond. But he had told me he's still trying to get me a deal. But I asked him what they talking about. He said 10. I will take the 10, but he want me to give my so-called friends up. That's not a problem. The reason why I don't want to take that because it's good information and I am shooting for 7 years. My lawyer told me he think that that is a deal. I'm looking at 10 years. Why would I do that and get, I don't really understand that one, credit. So he said, hold out. You'll get it. They want the information. Your Honor, laying a foundation, can Mr. Rainier establish a date that this letter was written? Do you remember when you would have been writing this letter to? Yeah, around Christmas time. Okay, do you know, was she still in jail then? Yes. So of what year? 2012? Yes. Thank you. And you're telling her you're trying to get 7 years, correct? Yes. Eventually, did you plead guilty in the other case, 11-107? In the what? Did you plead guilty in your other case? Yes. And would you recognize the plea agreement if I showed it to you? Yes. Your Honor, at this time, I would move to admit Exhibit 288, Gregory Stewart's plea agreement. Any objection? No objection. By any defense counsel? Hearing none, Government 288 is admitted into evidence. If I could see the first paragraph in bold, well, let me see the top part, the date too. First, do you recognize this as your plea agreement? Yes. Can you see the date on it? Yeah. And is this the date or around when you signed this plea agreement? Yeah. And that's July 14th, 2014? Yeah. You're aware that part of your plea agreement was the decision of our office not to seek the death penalty against you? Yeah. Okay. And you're aware that that was ultimately the Attorney General's decision, correct? Yeah. They told Maurice told me if the Attorney General in Washington, D.C. say that it's a death penalty case, then the plea agreement is no good. But you understand ultimately the death penalty was taken off the table for you? Yeah. And you understand you pled guilty to a drug conspiracy, correct? Yeah. Of over more than 1 kilogram of heroin? Yeah. You also pled guilty to a gun, possessing firearms in furtherance of your drug trafficking? Yes. And you also pled guilty to participating in 3 murders, correct? Yeah. Quelton Broussard is gutter? Yeah. Kelvin Celestine was plucky? Yeah. And Gregory Keys is smoky? Yeah. In this drug count, were there other defendants on that case with you? Yeah. Okay, and did they plead guilty to drug violations and other crimes? Yes. Do you remember who all was on that case? Jasmine Perry, Oni, T-Red, Odine, Derrick. Who is Derrick? Derrick Wallace. Who is Odine? Dominic. Jasmine Perry, Solomon Dorsey, Evans Lewis. I think that's it. Are you aware that they pled guilty to selling drugs with you? Yeah. Your Honor, at this time I would move to admit and publish the factual basis of Solomon Doyle, Jasmine Perry, Terrius Oni, and Evans Lewis. Any objection? No. What are the numbers? Anybody? Okay. Let those documents be admitted into evidence. And for the record, that's 293, 295, 303, and 289. Judge, I made individual copies for all of the jurors. I'd ask that they be circulated and published right now. 293, 295, 303, and 289. Could you say which is which? I'm sorry. 293 is Solomon Doyle's factual basis. Jasmine Perry's is 295. Terrius Oni is 303. And Evans Lewis is 289. All right, go ahead. And Judge, after the jurors have had the opportunity to read those, we would ask that they be collected and returned. Okay, we are not going to just sit and let them read all of those pages right now, huh? You're going to ask specific questions as relates to those? They're pretty short, Judge, with the redactions, so... All right. Are we ready to proceed? The government's going to collect all of those documents. Please do not hold on to any of them. Thank you very much. Here is what we're going to do so I can give you a little bit of a timeline. We will go ahead and take a 20-minute break right now. Again, remind you, do not discuss any of the testimony or anything that you've read with each other until the conclusion of the trial. After the 20-minute break, the government will have about its estimates approximately an hour or so in concluding its direct examination of this witness. We'll then have a break for lunch, so we might be a little bit early lunch break, but then defense counsel will start with cross-examination. Thank you very much.